Welcome to the Smart Marketers Academy, where we help you to build your business smart, get more clients, and make more profits. I'm Davida Yemi Akanle. I'm the founder and CEO of the Smart Marketers Academy. And on today's program, we're looking at how to find a profitable target market for your business. And this is Module 1. Let's go straight into the objectives. By the end of this session, you will identify 7 characteristics for determining the best target market to do business with. Now, throughout this program, what I'll be trying to help you with is to find a profitable market to serve. Now, not all businesses serve profitable markets. So if you do not serve a profitable market, your yield, your profits won't be there. You'd have nothing to show for a lot of the efforts that you put in. Your profit margins will be quite low. So what we're going to be looking at is how you can position your business for profits. Then we'll be looking at giving you some strategies for checking that you've chosen a profitable target market to serve and do business with. And finally, we would be helping you to find a market that would help you achieve your income and business's growth goals. So what's a target market? A target market is a group of people that you can identify by a common characteristic that you as a business owner have decided to aim your marketing efforts at. So you've decided to do business with this group of people. Now, when you choose a target market the smart way, what you need to make sure is that you have chosen a group of people who would want what you are offering. So in the last program, we looked at helping you choose a profitable niche. That's what you do. So when you're choosing a target market, you need to make sure that the target market this target market is made up of people who want what you have to offer. Another way to look at it is to identify that target market that you want to do business with, or you think you want to do business with, and find out what they really want. And then look at your like we did on the last program, you look at what you have to offer, you look at your skills, your expertise, your experience, and see what you have to offer to be able to help them meet those needs. So there are a group of people who want what you're offering. Now we're going to have a quick look at the 7 benefits for choosing a target market. Now, one of the major benefits is that it helps you to build your business on a solid foundation. Now, if you don't have a target market, it's like your business has no foundation. So everything you're doing is hit and miss, hit and miss. And when you build on a shaky foundation, you can't really build anything solid. You will keep on rebuilding that, redigging that foundation when you should be building upwards. So you'll save a lot of time and effort if you take the time to start with the right target market. Having the wrong target market is also a shaky foundation. So you could go for a target market, but it's the wrong one for your business, or it's one that's not profitable. That's still not a wise thing to do. It's not the smart marketer's way to do business, and things won't really work for you. So you need to choose a target market that would give you maximum returns on the investments that you make in your business. Another good reason for choosing a target market is that it helps you position yourself rightly in the market. Now, if you imagine, you can imagine a person or 2 people who are selling the same thing. They're selling the same services, maybe health and wellness, and one has chosen to sell that same product to the lower end of the market. So they're looking at people, probably people who are struggling, people who may be unemployed, and they decide to choose that group of people as their target market. And the other person, on the other hand, decides to go to the more affluent market. What you'd find is that one person would achieve success much quicker. The person who has decided to serve the more affluent marketplace. And that's because the more affluent people won't have a problem buying the products. They would be thinking of the benefits to their health rather than the price. So price won't be a hindrance. So there'll be other obstacles that are removed. Now, if it's the people at the lower end of the marketplace, you would struggle because you'd have to try to convince them about buying your product. You'd have to, they probably would negotiate you down. And I've had somebody who recently contacted me, and her problem is that a lot of people keep on coming into her shop to negotiate down the prices. But unfortunately, that's the type of people that her business has been built to attract. So what I suggested is that if she doesn't want those kind of people, there's a reason why those people are being attracted to her business. So if she hasn't been intentional in choosing a target market, she'll end up attracting anyone or everyone, and especially people that she doesn't really want to do business with. So positioning yourself, thinking about who you're going to serve, is quite key, because it then helps you make all the other decisions in terms of what products to sell, where to position your business, where to locate your business, the partners that you the business partners that you build, and so on and so forth. So be intentional as you build your business and choose a target market, and one that is profitable from the outset. Now, another great benefit of having a target market is that it allows you to create a stronger brand. What having a target market does for you is that it allows you to tailor your business. Your marketing is tailored. For instance, if you've decided to do business with women, the colors you'd use for your website, for your marketing materials, will be different from if you were serving a predominantly male marketplace. Your products will be different, so the language you use in your material will be different. So once you know who your target market is, it allows you to build those different things that would meet your target market's needs into your business. And because what you've built resonates with them, what you'd find is that your brand begins to attract them to your business. Your brand begins to become a client magnet. If you don't have a strong brand, if you don't have a target market, you'll end up having to chase clients. But when you have a target market and you build their desires and their wants and their passions into your business, what you'd have is a business where you attract clients. You have the clients chasing you instead. The better you can do that, the more attractive and magnetic your business becomes. Now, having a target market also allows you to maximize your resources. Now, you're not going to spread yourself too thinly trying to market to everyone and not making an impact at all. When you have a target market, what you've chosen to do is to narrow down your focus and you've concentrated your focus. So you can concentrate your business building efforts, you can concentrate your marketing efforts, and once something is concentrated, what you find is that you make a quicker impact and you build your business much faster, and you're able to generate profits much faster. So having a target market helps you to maximize the use of your resources. Another great thing that having a target market does for your business is that it allows you to create intimacy with your target audience. Now, there's a lot of benefits of being intimate with your target audience, having an intimate relationship with your target audience. One of the benefits is that you are able to research their needs much easily. What you'd find is that you're listening, you're engaged with them, they're responding to you. What they would tell you their needs, they would share things with you that they won't share with another business person that is not that engaged with the marketplace. And when they share these things with you, what it does for you is that it enables you to take their cares, all their fears. It helps you to create solutions and help them solve them. And if you can't create solutions, what you can do is source solutions for them to help them solve those problems. So choosing a target market will allow you to build a better business, as opposed to not having one. Choosing a target market also helps position you as an expert and valuable resource. Now, when we were growing up, we had what we call a local champion. So the local champion was like the bully. So can you imagine living in a village, and then there's a bully who is always going up and down, bullying everyone. Everybody knows him as a local champion. Everybody knows him for what he can do and what maybe the terror that he instills in people. However, when this local champion now goes to a bigger city, he's not known at all. So what target marketing does for you is that it helps you become a local champion. Not that you're bullying people, but you're the helpful local champion. What it does is it narrows down your remit, it narrows down your boundaries, so that you can make a greater impact, and you can have a greater effects, and you can raise greater awareness about your business in the marketplace that you've defined for yourself. Another example to illustrate this is being a big fish in a small pond. A big fish in a small pond gets all the attention, and the big fish would be known. But imagine this big fish now swimming into the ocean. When it gets into the ocean, it's actually lost. It's lost its impact. Nobody knows it. It doesn't even know that it exists. Nobody knows that it exists. But when it was in that small pond, everybody knew that it was there. So basically, when you have a target market, especially if it's a narrow one, not one that's too narrow that would not allow you to generate business, but one that is narrow enough to sustain you, what you'd find is that you become the expert, you become the valuable resource, and when people begin to look for someone who, if somebody comes up and they need what you have to offer, all eyes would turn to you. I mean, I've been to local business networks with small defined small defined groups, maybe closed groups, where everybody there's only one position in the group for an expert. When a new lead comes in, and especially when it's to do with marketing, all eyes turn to me, because I'm the local champion, I'm the expert, I'm the go-to person in that particular little group. I'm the expert in that area. So having a target market positions you as the expert and valuable resource in your niche market. Another benefit that a target market would do for you is it helps you build a business that is attractive. It helps you turn your business into a client attractive tool, because you've announced that these are the people that you help. You stand out in the marketplace, and you attract those right people. What you do, like I've mentioned earlier, is that once you've decided that these are the people that I'm going to serve, and you announce it, everything about your business begins to conform to serving that particular group. So everything you do will begin to attract them, because you use their language, you know their needs, so you build that into your business. So what you do is you build everything you build now, maybe your business card, your website, will begin to attract people in that target market. The other great thing about having a target market, especially the right one, is that you can make profits. Now imagine having to spread your efforts across a thin area, especially when you don't have a target market and you're trying to do business with everyone. You're running here, running there, running helter-skelter. It does take time and takes a lot of resources to attract clients, or to get clients, to network, and to do all those other things. It takes a lot of effort to research your market base. So what would happen if You had a small group, you've identified a narrow target market, and you've researched that target market, and you produce the first product for that market, you produce the second one, you produce the third one. You're able to leverage on the efforts at every stage of your business, so you're able to build your business much quicker. However, the other person who hasn't done that, they haven't defined a target market. Every time they have to build a product, they would have to do the research from ground up. They would have to do everything again. So having a target market helps you to begin to build up on your knowledge, your expertise, your efforts. Your efforts begin to count. And most people find it difficult to see what they're doing in business because they have not narrowed down their focus enough. So they're working, but their efforts do not show up quickly. You could have another person on the other side of the world who's decided to narrow down their efforts, their focus. And what you find is that the same effort, they're all putting the same effort, but one business is showing the results, is producing the results much quicker because of the narrow focus. So I hope that these have convinced you that there is a great benefit in choosing a target market and choosing the right one as you start to build your business. Now, a lot of times I see people putting a lot of effort in, putting a lot of money into their business. They're doing all they know to do. They might be even doing a lot of the right things, but things are still not shifting. It's possible that they are flogging a dead horse. They might be flogging, trying to get something out of a rock. They're trying to get something out of a business, out of a target market that will not produce because they have chosen the wrong target market. Now, what you need to understand is that not every market has the same profit potential. You may have two markets. Let's say you're marketing to women and you've chosen two markets that has to do with women. What you might find is that one market may be more profitable than the other based on the defining factors, other defining factors. It could have to do with their education, it could have to do with their employment status, and so on and so forth. So not every market has the same potential. I would probably just share a quick example of myself when I was buying my first property. When I was buying my first property, I was thinking of a big house. I wanted a big house. When we grew up, we lived in a big house, and I liked space. And in the area where I lived, which was a well-to-do area, I had a bit of money to invest. So the money I had would have bought me a flat in the area in which I lived. But I had this idea, oh no, I wanted space, I wanted a big house, So what I ended up doing was I ended up with a big house, but I ended up with a big house in not such a profitable area. So even though the other property in the more affluent area was just a flat, I was able to use that same money to purchase a 3-bedroom house in another area. Now the issue, the short-sightedness to that particular problem had to do with the area that I was sowing that seed in. So my money was like the seed and the ground was the area. Now one area was going to yield, the more affluent area. If I had put that same money into a property in that more affluent area, I would have tripled my money over several times within the time that I held that property. But I had taken that same money and planted it into and invested it in an area that wasn't so profitable. It was a less affluent area. So the rate at which my money doubled, even though my money did double, it didn't double at the same rate as it would have if I had chosen to remain in the more affluent area. So it's in the same way when you choose a target market. The target market you decide to invest your time in and your efforts into would determine the results that you get out. So you need to think carefully. Choosing the target market to serve is one of the most important aspects of your business, especially if you're thinking of profitability. Your target market, your choice of target market can increase the chances of your success greatly, or it can limit it. If you choose the wrong target market, what you'd find is that there is a cap placed on your profit making ability. It's an invisible ceiling that you will not be able to break through unless you choose another target market. So when choosing a target market, one thing you need to keep in mind is the return on your investment. What you want is maximum return on your investment. Now, if you've been into farming or you know anything about farming, you'd know that a farmer chooses his soil carefully. If a farmer had to buy a piece of land on which he was going to farm on, what you'd find is that the farmer would choose land that would produce a lot of crops. They would think carefully and look at the soil and make sure that the land that they're choosing will produce a lot of crops. Now, if the farmer chose the wrong soil, irrespective of the seed that they sow into it, it won't produce. So they know that some soils will produce more than others. So in the same way, your target market is like the soil. You need to think about it like that. And your seed is all the efforts that you're going to be putting into that soil. You know, your seed is your time, your money, everything. Because if you're building a business and you're serious about it, you're going to be spending a considerable amount of your time and life in that business. So you need to make sure that the target market that you're choosing will yield the type of returns that you are thinking about. So we've come to the end of this module. If you'd like to know more about our products and services, please do visit us at www.thesmartmarketersacademy.com, and I'd see you on Module 2.